pretty fluid and it just isn't right. That's also why I wouldn't want to be a gynecologist. It's just, I know you're all thinking like you go out of there for like routine maintenance or you get like your oil change, but the engine light's been on in my car for like 6 months now, so I can only assume that it kind of runs for everything. That one's actually dedicated to my dad. He couldn't be here this evening, unfortunately, because his ITV was being programmed for American Netflix, so clearly he has a lot more going on. He's a big Doctor Who fan. He's also actually a gynecologist. So it's really weird whenever he made me handmade food. He just got into sushi for a little while, and I didn't really know what's what. But funnily enough, it's somewhat of a family business because my younger sister's also a gynecologist. It's weird when I'm like the older brother, but she is so much more successful than I am. I can handle that. Like, I can live with the fact, like, you're all thinking that my younger sister has seen more vaginas in a given day than I have, like, in a week or in my life, or however you want to put it. But what I can't get over is, like, just the weird looks she gives me when I wake her up by licking her fingers. Like a puppy. I mean, I'm kind of thriving in, she, like, puts her glasses on and is looking down on me, which is weird. She probably looks down on a lot of people and just wrap it up tight. But, no, it's weird, because I'm like I'm a server. I'm 32 years old and I work in a restaurant. I serve tables. So I mean, it's a glamorous job. Don't get me wrong. It's not a gynecologist. I mean, I'm not bringing life into the planet or burning off genital or anal warts. But it's all the same thing. I have like the Sons of Anarchy over here. I've got like some fans over there. I like your beards. I do the same. And actually during November, I did the whole November thing. I had like a mustache and I shaved it into like a pencil thin, like a really big pedophile mustache. It was like, and then I was like wondering like why does it like the mustache make me like look like a pedophile? Like where does that label come from? And then it actually came to me when I was serving a table of 8 to 10-year-old female hockey players on the weekend. With the mustache, they were loving it. Like, couldn't get enough of it. They were just like rubbing my back and like trying to like ask questions about what I do. And it was like, what is going on? Like, your parents are so mad at me. There's like the overzealous dads that are like former hockey players just like staring me down. And I mean, I did get like half of like an HJ out of it, but it was the tears that really made things really awkward. And I know you've heard this before, but my dick did look huge in her hands. It was the calluses I couldn't handle. It was like not an older sister in the group. I'm just like trying not to make balloon animals, but no, it was a good time. I mean, they tipped well is what I'm trying to say. Apparently, if you hit on somebody's not even mature daughter, you're going to see more than 15%. So you all be warned. If you do have any daughters in the room, then just remember these facts. If you're ever at a Red Lobster or something, and they come over with that treasure chest, that there's an ulterior motive and you should tip accordingly. So hang on to that one. Thank you. I got one guy going, and everybody else is just like, who is this disgusting person? I am on Craigslist. I can babysit for you, and I'm more than welcome. And let's just say that I do not pay for the therapy bills at a later date. I'm moving in another direction in terms of awkward things that have happened in my life. I recently went home for Thanksgiving to see my family, and as noted, I'm over the age of 30. It's a good age because I feel like I should have done more with my life, and I've come to the realization it's too late for me to start something. But I was going through my room and finding all these old things, and it was really cool because I found some hidden VHS tapes of old porno I used to watch. Which is cool, because it's kind of like watching history, and like you can see like the girls, and the nostalgia is really what got me going. I mean, you can tell from like that they're not really into the DP. It's like their first time, opposed to like the porno I watch now, where they're just like, it's no big deal. They're still like looking at their clock watch and wondering like how much longer before they can go and get a cigarette. But so I was in my room, and sure enough, I'm like watching this old like VHS porno that you can like squiggle ahead and backwards. And my mom walks in, and it's like at the point where like I don't really know what to do. Like, do I turn it off, or do I take her like pom-pom ankle sock off my dick, or do I just like keep going? So we like shared this moment where she looked at me, and then I was like, I've come this far. And oddly enough, I ended up finishing by looking in the mirror and seeing my own reflection. So I don't know if that makes me homosexual, not that there's anything wrong with that, or if I'm just really confident in myself, but either or, it's one of the top 3 that I think I've experienced to date. So yeah, hang on to that one if you I'm glad that gets like a subtle clap, like people are happy that I'm masturbating to my own image. I didn't have the mustache, so I know I'm not like a 12-year-old girl because I'm not attracted to pedophiles. I was gonna thought that one up on the spot. But and finally, this is out of left field. I'm going to run with one more. I was driving in the back countries of Peterborough, which is always exciting. I can't even remember where I was going, and I saw this old man standing in a field with like a hat down, and he was there. And I slowed down, and this is at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I realized it was a scarecrow that actually scared the shit out of me. I was like terrified to the point where like I was afraid to drive past it, and I sped away, and I was like looking back. Like something that's designed to scare away like crows and other livestock has actually terrified a 32-year-old man. I mean, I know I sound like I'm husband material. Anybody need a walk home in a dark alley? I'm looking to any of the girls out there, but I'd be happy to oblige. Anyways, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We have a wonderful evening.